So that's what he did. Folks, later on tonight, Nate Nelson and the State Street Band's going to be performing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, getting the stage warmed up for these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, one of Iowa's favorite bands of all time, Head East, is going to perform for the second night over at the Bud Light stage, and you are not going to want to miss it. We have a couple members of the band joining us. Lead singer over there, ladies and gentlemen, Darren Walker and Roger Boyd. This guy plays the keyboards, but not like a normal keyboard. He plays the keyboards like it's a guitar, which is kind of cool. It's got to be fun to do that.
Yeah, it's a hoot, and it was something that I just started doing a long time ago. I had one of the original Moog synthesizers, and I cut it in half and started playing it like a guitar, and I stuck with it ever since.
And that's what you do.
That's right. And I always said if I can't lift it over my head, then that'll be the day I retire. So I still make sure I get it over my head.
But it has to be just awesome feeling to get up on that stage and sing the songs that everybody knows.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look forward to it every time we get to do it. It's a treat. I mean, I'm the example of the dream come true.
How
you know
so?
what I mean?
How so?
You wake up, when you're sleeping at night and you dream about being on the big stage and playing and everybody really into what you're doing, that's the dream come true. And that's what I get to live every night. So.
You guys have been touring like crazy. We appreciate you coming back to the Iowa State Fair. How was last night?
Last night was great, and like Lou said, not only are we one of Iowa's favorite bands, but Iowa's one of our favorite places to play. Actually, the Iowa area started playing Flat as a Pancake when it was still on our own label before we went to A&M. So this part of the country was part of the country that helped break us big and
we
get us started.
We were playing your records on KRNL Radio, 36.8 powerful watts in Mount Vernon, Iowa.
Come on, Lou, give us a DJ voice.
It was something that you had to do when we were in college, and especially on a day like today, when it's a Friday night. And again, it's going to be 8 o'clock when you guys hit the stage. That was party time, and that's when you had to put Head East on.
And it'll be party time tonight at 8, and they got a beautiful big stage up there. Our contract still said the tent. And when
did it really?
And when we were here 3 years ago, it was like 98 degrees and in the tent. And it was
we were so excited when we found out they tore that thing down for this show.
Yeah, no,
the stage is beautiful. The set's beautiful. The weather was incredible. The crowd last night was just packed and was incredible. And we're looking for even bigger and better Friday night at the Iowa State Fair. Head East on the Bud stage.
There you go. You said it's a dream come true, and you get to live your dream every night. But what's your favorite part of getting out on that stage and singing those songs every night?
Playing for me.
Yeah.
Well,
there is that. There is that.
Roger's being modest. Yeah.
I think the part that I really enjoy the most is the people know the music so well, and when you get out there and you walk to the front of the stage and there's a certain moment in a song that needs to be executed in a certain way, and you can see everybody in the audience looking at you, waiting for that moment, and then when it happens, how happy and energetic they get over it. I mean, it's something that you can't describe.
The anticipation.
See, yeah, exactly. Something you never really think about, but they know it's coming too as well as you do. You know what I mean? And when you're seeing there and they're just waiting for it, it's like, and sometimes I toy with them a little bit. You know what I mean? I just kind of look at them and smile like I'm not going to do it.
I can see you doing. Knowing you, I can see you doing this like never been any reason before the save my life part where you hesitate, and everybody's going, come on, come on.
When we're coming out of the bass part of it, like before we go into the end of the song where you're doing the chorus over and over, the scream right there before you go back into it, you can just see them looking at it, and they're all going, ah! And they're doing it at the same time. So,
well, obviously that is your signature song. Beside that song, what's the one other song that you feel the best singing when you're up on stage? Obviously, you like them all, but there's got to be another song that you really
Love Me Tonight is
Love Me Tonight.
One that I really enjoy doing. It's one of those songs that fits my voice real well. City of Gold and Fly By Night Lady are also interesting because when you get to, the two songs are separate. What we play them as one song because if you don't, people get mad at you and throw things. But
because that's
also
the way they know it is,
when we do Fly By Night Lady, it's really, really unique the way John sang it. He sang it high, but he finessed it, and it's really difficult for me to sing. So I have to be on my game to do it. So, you know, and you truly understand what a great musician he was when you sing the song, because, you know, you sing it high, but it's very finesse, and it's a difficult song to sing, and it's hard for me to get it right every night, so I'm usually pretty happy if I can get through it and I don't mess it up too bad.
Now, we're so grateful to have you guys in studio with us this morning, but tell us who else is in the band that we can enjoy tonight.
Oh, well, Jackie, Greg Manahan plays bass and sings some lead. In fact, he does a story song called Prisoner that was based on a Native American legend of the Deer Woman.
And he plays guitar on that too.
He plays guitar and sings.
And he's a pretty good windmill fixer too.
And,
A man of all trades. Does he drive the bus?
He looks like Otto, the school bus driver from, you know, The Simpsons or whatever. Puts his hat on his right.
Then we have Glenn Bridgers, the guitar player, and also one of our major songwriters, and then Eddie Jones is the drummer.
Drummer, yeah.
And in our band, of course, our signature sound is our vocals. I mean, we've always been considered one of the premier vocal groups in the country, and so everybody sings. In fact, last night, some of the bands that played in front of us were listening. They go, "Oh my gosh, your vocals are just so incredible."
The harmonies are incredible.
That's it,
Yeah.
and no DAT. So many of the bands today are using DAT all the time for their background vocals. We're standing there
You're not
singing
using any of that.
No,
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Thank you. On behalf of all the people that love your music, thank you for not doing that.
it's fresher. What happens
Right.
when the bands start using DAT and everything? It kind of locks you into the tempos and stuff like that. So there's no up and down, rise and fall emotion to the music. And when you're just doing it straight out, that's people go, "Man, your shows are so much more exciting." I go, "Well, that's because we don't use DAT."
Plus, it looks pretty bad if the CD player batteries run down while you're doing all of that.
Right.
And you've been doing this for a long time. When you hear bands that have been together for 20 years, that's impressive. 30 years, you say that's a milestone. That's incredible. You guys have been around 4 decades.
46.
46 years.
August 6, 1969, on a Monday night, was the first show we ever played as Head East.
Which was where?
Carbondale, Illinois, at the Golden Gauntlet.
Okay, and you're
and they kept us. It was really weird because on Saturday we played at, there were still teen centers back then. We played at teen centers under an old name, and we'd been rehearsing all summer, and it was going to be our first big college bar, and so we decided we were going to change the name. And so we had all this stuff by Crosby, Stills and Nash and Three Dog Night, all this vocal stuff ready to go. Wow. And we thought we were getting paid. It was set up by a buddy in the band. And so we played Saturday night, had a riot, they maced the kids. So we set up on Sunday and we find out we're not getting paid. And we go, "Oh, do we really want to stay around?" We go, "Oh, okay, we will." It was audition night. And the college kids used to come down and like throw lemons and ice cubes and stuff because the bands were, it was audition night.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, and the manager, Homer, he goes, "Oh, you guys are just going to kill everybody." And so we go, okay. We blew everybody away. They kept us the whole rest of the week.
Wow.
And every 6 nights for the rest of the fall, we played with every band that came in, and we were off and running, and that was the start of Head East.
There you go.
Still off and running. Tonight, Iowa State Fair, 8 o'clock, Bud Light stage. See these gentlemen and Head East on stage. You don't want to miss it. Roger and Darren, thank you guys.
Thank you.